Hi YouTube, this is my Tachikaze Kagero split deck build because right now the third packs are not available. They're not out yet. They do have the bonus pack 3, which is the ones with Ren on them. I don't remember the name of them. But Demonic Lord Invasion is when you can expect, around the time you can expect this deck to be all Tachikaze. But for now, it is a split. So I'll start with the starting Vanguard, which is my Dragon Egg. And his ability is when a Tachikaze is ridden on top of him, he gets called to rear guard, and whenever he is taken from rear guard and put into the drop zone, you can counterblast one and bring him to your hand. So that's easy. That's an easy play for some of your cards because they need that ability, and you can just bring him right back, or it 10k shield to your hand, which is very useful also. Then I have two Dragon Dancer Monicas from the starter Kagero deck. She's just a 5k shield withdraw trigger. Then I have 4 stand triggers, just the basics. All the Kageros came out of the basic starter deck, so I just built this today, by the way, so that's why everything's all starter and whatnot. 4 critical triggers from the Kagero. 4 heal triggers. The Dragon Monk Ginjo. 3 more Dragon Eggs, just because the limitation on the limited amount of Tachikaze I can actually get right now that are in English. I don't like running Japanese cards, so there are these 3 Dragon Eggs for added support and shield. Then there are 4 Shieldens, Ironclad Dragon Shieldon, 6k 10 shield, grade 0. Then to the grade 1s, I have 4 Winged Dragon Skypteros, 6k, same ability as Dragon Egg. If it leaves rear guard to drop zone, counterblast 1, bring it back to your hand. 4 Sonic Noahs, your 8k vanilla beaters. I don't know what vanilla means, so I'm not even sure if I'm using that right, but they're your grade 1s. Basically your Embodiment of Armor bar, or your Little Sage Marin for Royal Paladins. But then I also have 2 of the Embodiment of Armor bars because, like I said, there's not that many Tachikaze cards out, so I went ahead and threw in 2 more 8s for added support and help for the triggers, because you can't use triggers unless you have one of the triggers clans on the field. So if I had all Tachikaze on the field and I drew one of my Kagero triggers, it wouldn't work. Then I have grade 2s are the 4 Assault Dragon Blytops. I love this card because if it leaves the rear guard, then you can counterblast 1 and search your deck for a Shieldon, which is your 10k shield or 6k support, which is very useful. I like I like this card a lot because it can go toe to toe with like Blaster Blade and stuff. I like having a grade 2 to be 9 or above, so I like running this card. It's very useful to me. I may take 1 or 2 out once the rest of the Tachikaze cards get here, but it's kind of doubtful. And I have 2 Berserk Dragons, which is 9k attack, and you can, when he is called to Vanguard or Rearguard, if you have a Kagero Vanguard, you may pay the cost and Counterblast 2 to get rid of a grade 2 or lower Rearguard on your opponent's side of the field. And then I have 2 Nahalims, just your 10k vanilla beaters, as they say. Then I have 4 of the Cannon Fire Dragon Cannon Gear, which is very similar to Brutal Jack and such. He is he's 11k. When he's called to Vanguard or Rearguard, you choose a Rearguard and retire it. So it's very useful to have the Skype Tarot and Dragon Eggs because their ability. And when he's in Vanguard and he's boosted by Tachikaze, his attack goes up by 2. So when he's in your Vanguard, he's a 13 straight out if you've got a booster. And typically you do. But the booster has to be Tachikaze for that ability. Then I have 3 Tyrant Deathrex. Thinking about running 4, but probably not. Maybe when I get the rest of the Tachikaze, but 3 seems to be pretty effective right now. He's 10k. When he's in Vanguard and he attacks, he gets 5k, so he'd be 15k. And then whatever you're boosting with, possibly, maybe not. And when this attack hits and he's in Vanguard, then you have to retire a Rearguard. So, like I said, this deck pretty much revolves around getting rid of your Rearguard and then bringing them back to your hand. Then 2 Chaos Dragon Dino Chaos, just basically a 10k. You can, if he's in your hand, you can choose 2 of your Tachikaze Rearguards and retire them to play him, possibly second turn, you know. Yeah, I don't ever use his effect really, but I haven't. I may in the future, but kind of don't see it. He's just 10k useful. And then finally 2 Dragonic Overlords, 11k. You know, if you know anything about Vanguard, you basically know how he works. Pretty simple. If there is not another Kagero, he loses 2, so he would be a 9k. And if he's in Vanguard or Rearguard, you can Counterblast 3 to have him gain 5k. And if he attacks a Rearguard, then he has the ability to stand, but he does lose his double drive check. So say he were in Vanguard or Rearguard, it doesn't matter, but you Counterblast 3, he gains 5, and you attack your opponent's Rearguard. He gets a single check for each time he attacks. He doesn't get 2 and then 1/1. He doesn't get none. He gets 1 each time. So technically 3 unless he is blocked your first time. Then he does not get to stand because his attack did not go through. And that is it for my Tachikaze Kagero build. And I hope to get back to you soon with more card build, deck profiles, and there are other people. There were 3 other people who I will be recording and matches between and deck profiles of. So be ready for that.
"どんなに遠く離れた